The deepest need that people have is the need to feel important, to feel significance, to feel special. And if you look at the world, if you look at why people do and what they do, you will see that the main core, the main motivation, often hidden, often subconscious, is to get that need met. The decisions that we make, the things that we buy, the social media that we make, the people we hang with, the story we make, the lie we tell, the way we dress, the way we make up, the way we, live our life, is simply to try to get that need met. And you will see to how far an extent some people can go in order to feel worthy, in order to feel good about themselves. And you can see how much it can hurt when people lose face, when people feel insignificant, when people feel let down, or when they feel like plain down rejected, especially from people that they love or admire or that they really, really like, right? Because if our deepest need is to feel appreciated, to feel significant, our deepest fear is the opposite, is to be a nobody, is to feel insignificant, unseen. And so there's this dance, this balance that we're trying to be. On one hand, we chase that significance. On the other hand, we will do anything to avoid that vulnerability, that shame, that embarrassment of being a nobody, a loser, unless, for some twisted reason, it makes us feel significant and special. Because if the ego cannot get that sense of fulfillment and significance from success and material position or whatever the strategy may be, right? The ego doesn't mind going to a place of feeling insignificantly special. And that's why they say misery loves company. That's why you have so many people who are stuck in victim mindset and unfavorable situation, and they pack together and they brag together and they spend time together and they rub each other's back, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But we simply have to understand that this need drives us deeply, right? That need for worthiness. Whether you chase worthiness from your parents, from your boss, from your wife, from your peers, from society, whether you're chasing it through money, through fame, through nice bag, big car, money in your bank account, crypto, it doesn't matter the strategy. Appearance is everything, and you will see that so much on social media. Everybody's faking it, everybody's filtering it. How many women go on the street without makeup and feeling comfortable? That's how much importance we put on beauty, on fame, on success. Why? Because when you have it, it makes you feel like somebody. When you go into a hotel and it's nice and it's a beautiful place and the person remembers your name, you feel like all of a sudden you're somebody. But when you go into a place and you're treated like coldly and like a stranger, you feel hurt. You feel like nobody cares. You feel like nobody, you feel very, very differently. And that's why we pay a lot of money for certain services, even though we can get it cheap in another place. That's why we buy expensive bag we don't need, simply of how people will perceive us. And that's why people love to brag about, I know that person, or to be associated with a person of authority or celebrity or fame or status, because we rub off that fame on us, and all of a sudden it makes us a little bit more special. So when that ego need runs crazy and runs uncontrolled, because the mind is completely uncontrolled and they just go through life living that way, you have to understand that this is not only your biggest weakness but also your biggest strength. Because again, this need is neither good, bad, right or wrong. It only depends on your strategy. So the more you lack worthiness, confidence in yourself, meaning your self-image, your identity, is a lot of insecurity, there's a lot of shame, a lot of embarrassment, a lot of those emotional baggage, so to say, the more you will project that out, the more you will chase success, fame, money, relationship, a beautiful girlfriend, a beautiful boyfriend, whatever the context might be, you will chase that out through drinking, to smoking, to so many different avenues. But the more secure you feel in yourself, meaning the more you are confident in your worthiness and you validate yourself and you make yourself feel significant in different healthy ways, you will chase it less outside, because you never chase something you already have. Of course, it's always gonna feel good when you win, when you have it, when people admire you, when people give you words of appreciation. It is always gonna feel good. So it's not about never receiving that and so on. It's about balance. It's about finding what works for you. But it's to understand that dynamic between yourself and also between your interaction with people around you. Because think about this for a second. What is the fastest and easiest way to not only make friends, to influence others, to create deep relationships, or to even help others, is to understand what drives them. So when you look at people's goals, beyond that goal, from beyond the superficial level, at the core, significance is often there. Meaning people are craving significance. So if you can give them what they need the most, how do you think that reflects on the perception they have of you? This is one-on-one influence. In fact, the book How to Win Friends and Influence People from Dale Carnegie, which is for sure the best book on the subject, the whole book talks about this, the need that people have to feel important, and then it gives you different strategy to meet that need. So the point is what here? If the biggest need that human beings have is to feel appreciated, if you were to start giving this to others, and instead of making it difficult, because a lot of our rule is that, okay, I'm gonna give you compliments or appreciation when you do something here, but everything that's just normal, why would I give you a tap in the back? It's just like, everybody can fucking do it. Doesn't make sense? So we are very difficult. We are very difficult to lavishly praise others, right? But when it comes to judgment and so on, we usually go very fast, very easily. Like the bar is much lower. And that dynamic, I invite you here to change it, to be very slow to judge and criticize, to learn that, and to be very quick to compliment. To compliment genuinely. You don't want to be a person who becomes a fake and like is manipulating others and some weird shit like this, right? But if you do it genuinely and you find little things or big things that you can appreciate or bring up about others. Let's say you go to a coffee shop and you notice, man, those people put a lot of attention and how they make coffee and how they, service it, and the whole thing, the whole experience, right? It's just coffee, but the guy at Starbucks doesn't give a shit. And if you were to just voice that aloud, hey, I really appreciate the effort you put in that coffee and the art and so on. You're really good at this, right? Little things like this can make a person's day. But what does that mean in the big picture for you? It means that you become a person that people remember because you made them feel very good about themselves. And so people love being around people that make them feel good. This is just common sense, right? So if you want to help them or influence them or grow your business, especially if you're in business for yourself, learning to build those relationships by giving people not only what they want, the product and so on, yes, but also what they deeply need, the sense of significance. You can create deep and beautiful, long-lasting relationship with those clients, with friends, with your family, with your loved one, especially with your loved one. So really the point of this video is twofold. To one, make you realize how you are chasing, to which avenue you may be out of balance. How much are you chasing that need of significance and validation outside of you, right? And what are the strategies that you use to have that? And is that working for you? And how can you start giving yourself what you need the most? How can you start validating yourself? How can you start creating even more confidence, even more worthiness in yourself, in your self-image? And two is how can you start giving that to others? Because not only is one of the greatest gifts you can give others, but as you give, it will come back to you. Because what you give to others always comes back. The world is a mirror. So be slow to judge and criticize, and train yourself to compliment others, to validate others, to make them feel significant in a genuine way. And I guarantee you it will completely transform your relationship with your close one, with strangers, with clients, no matter who they are, because this is the greatest need that people have. Let me know what you think down in the comment. As always, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and see you next time. Be well.